Now you're not going to believe what's just happened. This is just... you can't make this up. Alright, I'm positioning the bike. I put the kickstand down. I dropped it. Scratch that. What have I done? What have I done? Such a silly thing. I just didn't check. It's okay. It's only a dream. What can I say? I was disappointed that I didn't spot the bike falling over, and it happens. I just was tired at the end of the day, and I just couldn't be dealing with something like that happening because I hadn't accounted for it. Well, that's fine. So take a few days off, and you come back and you go, okay, this is not too bad. What can I do with this, and how can I rectify it? Well, I think for a start, this would be, in essence, a good exercise to be able to share with you how we would restore something like this. I mean, this is damaged deeply into the fender, and it's gone into some of the lettering. So, I mean, if you imagine that being something of value that you want restored without having to repaint it, or the cost of repainting, I'm going to show you how we would do that here, and how we would restore that panel without having to redo the whole thing, which is the point I was making about high quality restoration. It doesn't mean high quality in terms of its finish, but in terms of how you can articulate what's in front of you. You try not to destroy what is there, which is original and valuable, but add to it and then blend it. So, okay, be nice to me now, okay? Don't swear at me, don't be rude.
It's fine. I feel sorry for you anyway, so.
I was very sad.
Don't worry.
So, what's the plan here? We're gonna be sharing with our viewers how we would restore something without spraying everything again like we often see, and replacing decals and so on. So this is an exercise in localized restoration. Is this possible to do?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
You've been lucky, I have to say. It's just in a little corner. If it was just here, on the middle of the fade out, it will be a bit more tricky, but still fixable.
What, without replacing the whole decal?
Without replacing the whole thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just mask this area, and we're gonna just try to work in this little corner here. Okay. And that's it. So first point is always degrease everything. Just make sure that everything is clean. And then second step is going to be just key it a little bit on the top of the scratches. It's just on the top of the primer. If you see, it hasn't got.
Right, hasn't gone through the worst one.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can flat that off. In other words, the word is flatting. It's leveling it off. Exactly. In order to put the base color down. You shouldn't have a dip. Is that right?
Yeah.
But if you had a dip, what would you do? You would just fix it with something else?
Fillers or some clear primer, which is my main option. It's gonna be just for now, just key it a little bit, just for the addition, and then put one coat of clear primer, and then on the top of that we can work nicely. So that is gonna be my suggestion.
Okay.
So, yeah. So instead of to put some polyester filler or plastic filler, what I'm gonna do is to put some little glue there. So then, because it's clear, it will be easier for me to cover it with the color. I'm not gonna have a massive stain of, let's say, beige color or white or black. It's gonna be just clear.
So the marks are now sealed with a coat of lacquer, and then you'll start to break that down, level it off, and then you'll put a base coat on. And the reason for that is that you seal the work you've done before. So if you need to take it off, you can rub it out. So it's kind of like a security blanket. That's one of the reasons. There's many others, but that's how you do it. You just fill that in with plastic. Like that need to be filled. That won't help the spray at all.
I'm going to just mask these ones. Okay. So this is kind of 50-50. It's 3 and 3. Very diluted.
It's amazing how much you actually key back, eh? It's virtually the whole panel except for these edges here.
Basically. Ready. Okay, so yeah, don't worry about that, that's just the spare color. Voila! I think you've got a new.
So here you've got a new process where you've applied a blender to this first line, and then you've masked over that onto the fresh stuff, and then sprayed the lacquer layer to that edge, peel that off, and you have the blender load plus the original lacquer. So when you sand that, you've got no man's land in between it. So it stops you from having to spray across the whole thing. It's repaired now. You can see the weld. So it's sprayed, and now it'll get polished once it's dry. Alright, let's see what I mean. So you can see the polish is still on there, and then the what we call the fast cut polish is there. So the finesse it, the finer cut polish, I'm about to rub off, and hopefully you'll see a line there. I'm not sure the camera can show, but I'll give it all a good rub. The edge of the, look at the reflection. See? Remember folks, make sure that your kickstand is fully out, or that your bike isn't on a decline and it's not in gear. It will roll forward, kickstand will come out, and bang. It can happen to anybody.